You've been changing up and you've been getting funkier and funkier and just finer and finer. I found my stylist, so I might have something for you in this show.
Oh, you found a
stylist?
stylist?
I'm ready. I didn't need the memo. I'm a little late, but I'm gonna be there.
Is the same stylist who did this suit?
See,
I just want to know.
No, that's all right. I'm just trying to sit here. No, forget it. Forget it.
Okay, forget it.
I ain't gonna try no more. I'm gonna deal with women who work at gas stations. They like a man. Just come pump the gas and take them to McDonald's. They're happy. Yeah, right. This next artist is so bad he doesn't even need a name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He is the king of funk. And if you ever seen him perform, I think the man was just made with a guitar and all the instruments in his hand. He is, to me, our modern day Mozart. And he is a genius of this and times before.
But to our surprise, he's not here to perform tonight. Because when he learned of C. Kenneth Johnson and the commitment that he's making to our children, he was so moved that he just had to be a part of this wonderful tribute. Please welcome the artist.
Too often we hear of young men who father children but neglect to be a father to them. To these men we offer the example of C. Kenneth Johnson. After being shot in the head and beaten with a baseball bat, Johnson's response was not to seek vengeance, but to offer love. Already in his mid-50s, Kenneth Johnson became a single father to any child in his community who needed him.
He wakes up every morning at 5:30, takes the dog out for a walk, fixes breakfast, wakes everyone up.
Laundry has to be done. The socks is the bane of this house.
4 million pairs of socks in this house.
The kitchen has to be cleaned up. Errands have to be run again for kids.
Drives around all day long from this school to that school.
Typical day in the life of C. Kenneth Johnson and his 8 adopted children, a family that has also included more than 100 foster children over the years.
If Kenneth had his way, he would have every child that is homeless within this community in his home.
Sometimes I've had kids for weeks, a week, month, over the summer.
Rodney, Rakina, Danny, Donna, Nicole, Hashay.
8 with my son Quinn. They were the permanent ones.
Twice divorced, Kenneth Johnson was living and loving the single life in 1981 when he was shot in the head and beaten by 2 neighborhood youths who showed up at his door.
He said, "Mr. Johnson, may I talk with you a minute?" So I opened the door, and when I opened the door is when I saw the gun and he shot me. I just felt that this was like a turning point in my life. It was time for me to make a change.
Kenneth Johnson vowed to become more involved in his community. A conference in 1984 strengthened that resolve.
The conference was entitled, "What Are We Going to Do to Help Our Black Kids?" And how many conferences have I ever been to that I've heard this? And our black kids are going down the tube because I figured, not going to do anything but talk. And so I decided at that point that I had to make a commitment.
That commitment made a world of difference in the lives of many children. One of them, his adopted daughter, Rakina.
Over a period of months, and I mean months, you could see the progression in a child who came in with either no self-esteem or low self-esteem to that of one, well, my goodness, very confident in herself. And right now she's a college student. And, for many of our children, it's not expected of them to achieve that.
Everything he's giving these kids, they will have this for the rest of their life. They always have tennis skills, reading skills, computer skills, things that he insisted that they have.
I've been to Zimbabwe and Zambia, Africa, to Moscow and St. Petersburg, Russia.
They can look around and they can look at other kids who may not have been adopted, who may have grew up with their birth parents and things like that, but they don't have it. They don't have half the things that you have.
I see me growing up in them. I see me having some of the things that I wanted to be or wanted to do as a child that I could not do. And I see them doing it, and it makes me feel very happy and gratified. It gives me life.
In addition to being a father to his 8 adopted children, C. Kenneth Johnson continues to be a foster parent to any child in need. Remarkably, he does it all on $22,000 a year and several maxed out credit cards. Mr. Johnson, I salute you, and I'm honored to be able to present you with this 1997 Essence Award.
Well, I promised the children that I would not do two things. I would not cry, and I'm not going to tell a joke. Okay. First, I have to say, to God be all the glory. For it is He that has made me and not me myself. Thank you, Essence, for this award. Thank you for even considering that my life was worth an award. There are so many children that need you and me. I'm 68 years old. I will take as many children as I can continue to take until I cannot do it anymore, and then I will find somebody else who will take some too. But I do it because God has made it possible for me to do it. He's knocked me down, kicked me in the butt, and said, now get up and do the right thing. So I'm saying to you, get up off your seats and do something. Don't talk, do it. Thank you.
All right, Kenneth, it's time for you to relax and enjoy an inspirational tribute to you performed by one of gospel music's premier artists. Please welcome Miss Yolanda Adams.
Tears streaming down, her heart is broken. Because her life is hurting, so am I. He wears a frown, his dreams are choking. And because he stands alone, his dreams will die. You see, it's not where you've been, no, what you've done, because my friend Jesus specializes in great outcomes. See, his love overcomes. What about the children? To ignore them is so easy. So many innocent children that
Stay tuned for LL Cool J.